Hi, this is Ellie with Full Moonlight Tarot 20, and today I want to try something different. I wanted to do a reading for those of us on the twin flame journey. Now, you know whether you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine. Not everybody can be a twin flame. You know if you're a twin flame because when you met that person, it sparked a spiritual awakening and your whole life started transforming. And you started to go through the dark night of the soul where all of a sudden you're being faced with triggers from the past, your childhood wounds, anything that shaped you in the person that you are today, but left a lot of wounding, left a lot of emotional scars that now this twin flame journey is really forcing you to deal with and heal from. A lot of times twin flames don't even end up together because unfortunately we do have, well, I guess not unfortunately, we all have free will choice. And for some people, it is just too hard to face all those triggers and face all the wounds. And some people are just not ready to work through that. But you know whether you're on the journey or not. This is definitely not about romance. This twin flame journey is all about healing and coming into self-love and self-acceptance and really being your own soulmate, being there for yourself before you can allow somebody else into your life to complement you. So anyways, I'm shuffling the cards. Today I'm using the Soul Connections When Two Hearts Meet Love Oracle card deck. And I'm going to just pull one card for the Divine Feminine to see where she's at this time. And I will pull one for the Divine Masculine to see what he's working on at this time. So let's just see. Okay, here is one for the Divine Feminine. And here's one for the Divine Masculine. Okay, so very interesting. So for the feminine, we have honor. Honor your loved one, and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. And let me just see what the guidebook says here. Honor your loved one, and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. Many marriages include vows to love and honor and respect each other. When we truly honor a partner, we create a loving, balanced relationship. This card is a reminder of the important role that honoring each other plays in a successful relationship. Now, I find that very, very interesting that this came up for the Divine Feminine because I struggle through that a lot too. When you're in love with somebody, and for instance, this person is with somebody else, then we can become very judgmental of that person for continuing, especially if we know they're in a toxic relationship. I find that I struggle with the thoughts that, why does this person keep choosing that toxicity? And why is this person not choosing love? And you really get to that point where you're having, dishonorable thoughts. You're having thoughts about them that are negative. And that's really not a good thing because any thoughts you send out there have a ripple effect. And we have to, and I know I have to learn to respect other people's choices, respect that person's choices, and that this person is just not ready to let go of that toxin, and that this person still has a lot of wounds to work through, that he's just not ready for the kind of love that, you might have to offer. Now, the illusion card for the Divine Masculine, avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. That's exactly what I'm talking about. For those of you where you're Divine Masculine, is in a toxic relationship, they keep the illusion alive that they're with their soulmate, because even though they see they're triggered by this person and they see all the toxic traits, but they excuse them away. They keep excusing them away, because then if they actually accepted that this is a toxic relationship, and that would make them face that everything they have put into this relationship up to this point has been for nothing. And that's something that's very, very hard to face. That has to be very, very hard to get out of this illusion that they have the perfect life and that they have everything they ever wanted. And it's also hard to face the people around you, like your friends and family and coworkers. You've been in this relationship for a long time, maybe, and that's the person you've become to them, and you've taken on that role, and maybe you don't want to disappoint the people around you. So that's another reason to keep that illusion alive that you're actually in a happy relationship. Because what is the alternative? It takes a lot of courage to face when you're in a toxic relationship and you're keeping yourself in that toxic relationship, because there's toxin within you that is actually drawing more of that toxin in from other people. It's very hard to admit that. I'm just going to read what it says in the guidebook here. Avoid the trap of mistaking a fantasy for a true soul connection. Some people allow their emotions to mislead them into incorrectly believing someone to be soulmate or twin flame, causing much heartache in their own lives and sometimes in the lives of those upon whom they project their fantasies too. When this card appears, it could indicate that rational thinking is important right now. Yeah, that's what I mean. They keep themselves trapped in that illusion. And all you can do, if you're the divine feminine watching this, all you can do is leave them to it. Leave them to it. Stop the chasing. Don't get into their drama. Don't try to talk them out of the relationship they're in. Like, stay in your own corner and work on yourself. A lot like the counterpart always reflects a part of us to us that we still need to work on. And a lot of times, if this person is staying in another relationship, it's because we have abandonment wounds. We have the wounds of feeling that we're never chosen. And this is something that we have to work on within ourselves. And only when we have actually worked through that wound and healed that wound, then we are actually ready to get into a healthy relationship. And maybe it is not with that person. Maybe it's with somebody who is actually evolved enough that they can match your energy and match your healed energy. So, yeah. Anyways, this is all I have for you today. I hope it helped. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Love and light.